having a hard time speaking intelligible tongues. So, they say most vlog series or any personal video series uploaded to YouTube or any video hosting platform seldom gets further than the pilot episode, the first episode. And let's not mention that guy, or any names, but that asshole on CMG, Chaos Magic Guild group, who thought it would be fun to dump all of his shadows and reflections and general low vibes on the series, and to bog it down with his own insecurities regarding his penis. Bog it down as best he could. Not that I hold any resentment over that. I mean, the insecurities of another are none of my business. And, besides, I'm sure that his tower fell flat on the ground shortly after watching that video, the first one in this series. I'm also sure that he's seen a great deal of personal growth and awakening in the last few months. Growth as a result, a direct result of the adversity which he brought onto himself. In any event, I've personally been through a lot more than I could put down on paper or in words since last year. I feel like I've moved into an entirely new state of existence with a much broader sense of perception than I ever realized was possible. Everything always happens for a reason, and it happens the way it was always going to happen. Nothing anybody ever was going to say or do was ever going to change the way it was going to be. Any efforts made to prevent an outcome only seem to form part of the variables which bring it about. And that's relevant only because uploading the first installment in this Fundamental Chaotism marked a full evolutionary cycle for me. From 1 all the way back through to 1 or 10. And that's in my life personally. It was extremely important for not only me, but all of those of you who watch and listen to these words, now and in the future. It's extremely instrumental for us all that we endure all the growth before I could upload any follow-up episodes. I'm sure I still have that sigil creation episode I was planning drafted out somewhere on my hard drive, but I haven't the will nor the patience to put it together and record an audio. So I mean, fuck that, who cares? Obviously we haven't covered enough material to worry ourselves with sigil creation techniques yet. We'll get back to it. For now, as a statement of progress, I have created and shared this little musing, just for the sake of overcoming the dampers which were put on these efforts, dampers of negativity and doubt, on the behalf of others which overflowed onto me. I also feel as if uploading this, it's a step of growth and progress in continuing with this forward motion of black holes and revelations that I've evolved into. Our spirit takes us on a journey, and there are certain landmarks which cannot be procrastinated or avoided. If we do not go all the way to the objective marker, the quest will not update, and we will not encounter the synchronicity necessary to make the next step clear to us. We have to check all of the boxes. We know that there are certain things which are fulfilling equals fulfilling our purpose. We have to check boxes that we know are us fulfilling our reason, quotes, for coming on this vacation to Earth in the first place. Otherwise, we're just wandering around, going nowhere, no matter how far we travel physically. Absence is the point from which all extends. Within nothing, there must also be the potential for everything that is. As in, light will always succumb to darkness in the end. No matter how long a flame burns, it will eventually run out of fuel and it will die, and darkness will return to where the light had been. Nothing, as a subject, as a noun, nothing, on its own, it's quite a useless thing. Nothing. There has to be at least two nothings. There must be absolute absence, an absolute potential existing at once for something to exist. Something, quotes, something as a noun, opposite of nothing. But I must ask myself now, how can we achieve two nothings out of one nothing, one single point of absence? How can we move from naught to one? If one houses everything we know and have, I'm still hung up on how we move from naught to one to begin with. Shall we twist it? Shall we apply our will and great pressure to the absence? Cause the two-dimensional disk which forms its point to bend in on itself? If we can do that, then naught will appear as an 8, or as the infinity. Two lesser nothings out of one nothing, a static point and a fixed point. Forced out of a balanced point. 2 points, a static point. If you pinch it, imagine pinching a circle on one point, and then gripping it on the other side and pulling and twisting. The one that you're holding still would be the static, the fixed point, and the one that you're applying pressure to is your static point. The point in between the two is your balance point, and you're forcing two new points out of one. An active radiance and an inactive current, -1 and 1, the twin pillars of creation, breath and depth, spirit and chaos, and the firmament at the place where the two pillars interact. That is 2, and that is energy, light. As well as the darkness that was there in the absence of the light, -1, 0, and 1. These three characters together have the absolute value of 3. -2 and 2 have the absolute value of 4, and so on and so forth. We only have to move from 0 to 1 before we see all of reality spring forth and manifest into existence. And that is a result of the interactions between the pillars 1 and -1. Active radiance and passive current. So thank you all. Thank you once again for listening to the useless shit I have to say. I hope it has begun to answer some of the daunting questions which the simple fact of our existence does pose on us. Wealth and prosperity beyond measure to all of you. Are they lived?